Oh, hello. Welcome to Pwnery's Pwnery Arcade, episode 2. Hopefully I got this right, and hopefully I got the audio right the first time, this time, without echo. Basically what I'm doing today is just a very simple audio and video test for a stream while I play 8-bit games. Pixel art games that you can find relatively inexpensively on Steam. Today's game will be called Gods of the Fallen Land, which has been in early development since last year, I think. And I don't know much about it. I saw a video on it, and I thought it was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd give it a shot. In the meantime, if you may notice that the layout is a little bit different. Let me see if I can fix this rat quick. Let me shrink this just a hair. There we go. So the layout's a little bit different than the Gun Channel's lobby chats, but I'm still going to use the same system because this is the audience that I mainly work with. So if you would like to be a panelist or come join in on the conversation, you're more than free to do so. Today is not exactly game or gun-centric, but if you would like to talk about either one, I'm cool with that. If you need instructions on how to join as a panelist on the Gun Channel's Discord server, just check out my previous video today where I did a live test of the Gun Channel's lobby chat. Essentially, it just requires you to download the Discord app and either put it on your PC, your Mac, or your phone, and go to gunchannels.com and register as a member there, which is free. And look for the Discord logo on the front page of Gun Channels towards the bottom left corner of the main page, and you would be here where you see me right there, I believe, on the Discord server under 2A topics. Typically there we talk about anything guns, politics, and just whatever else tickles your fancy. So if that's what you want to talk about, that's where you can come talk about it without worry of reprisal from anybody else. Your opinions may differ, but the community is united in the same. So, yeah, today I've got Gods of the Fallen Land. Hello, Scott. I see you there. And I'm working with a little bit of a delay, so if the YouTube chat seems a bit slow in terms of the way I respond to you, it's just the way it's built, the way I've done this layout. If you are new to live streaming with screen shares of video games, this is OBS, which I use to broadcast the YouTube live chat over there on the far end, and the Gun Channel's Discord up there on the near end, and the game I decided to play, which I believe is right there. Yeah, I'm still sort of figuring myself out here. Sorry about how bright it is. I actually sit next to a window. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this a shot and see what the hell's going on. If you want to come into the Discord server and just say hi or just shoot the breeze, that's perfectly fine too. I don't have a set schedule or amount of time I'm going to play this. I'll just run it for a little while until I'm bored or until something else comes up. But generally Saturdays are a bit slow over on Gun Channel, so if there are no evening shows, then somebody's got to fill in the time, right? So let's try a new game. I don't know a whole lot about this so far. Like, none of this. So I'm just going to try a standard game mode. Random map, random difficulty, because I've never done this before. So we'll go here, and we'll begin. Kind of cool, right? I hope all the audio is good. I think I got it right this time. If you wonder why my eyeballs are not on the camera, it's because my camera is over there and my monitor is over here, this way. 47 inches worth. Alright, let's see what the hell's going on. I know that to do this properly after watching spider cat play this, then I need to build defenses. There. Probably there. And probably here. My audio's a bit loud. Let me change this just a hair. Still pretty loud, isn't it? Alright.
I didn't think it was super loud on YouTube.
In my ears, it's super loud. Alright, we'll go with that for now. Alright, these are my attacks, obviously. Hey, this guy's cursed already. Wow. Wait a minute.
Oh, did you see the message I sent you about the BFG 9000?
Yeah.
You went and bought it, didn't you?
No.
I did. I took down a rad scorpion with one shot.
I've got weapons in that game that gives me everything in one shot. Super OP.
Yeah, I think I'm at level 798. I may have one or two mods installed.
I'm learning this as I go. I saw this today and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'll play that. See how this goes. I went and did Rick's show earlier.
Yep.
Ran for 2 hours instead of 1. Shocker.
Yeah.
I tend to have that effect on people's podcasts. I don't know if they appreciate that or not. Today's broadcast is brought to you by St. Arnold's.
Oh, she did do a little grocery shopping.
No, I just picked it up on the way home from work yesterday. There's something over here. What is this? It begins to rain. I can't go in there. I know that you get attacked at night. For sure. I saw that in the stream earlier. What is this guy doing? 3 settlers. I got more settlers. Good. I know these are defensive things.
I was tempted to buy the XO2.
Probably
Armor.
need another gatherer here and here. And then I'll select this guy to help this guy. Alright, nighttime. Soon I will get a warning saying that we're about to get attacked. 6, I guess I need more people here. This guy over here. This guy over here. Aha, okay, they got it. Alright, I think I figured that out. Monsters are approaching from the south. Oh noes! Whatever will I do? Attack, that's what I'll do. Yeah, come get some. See, these little tower things will take care of stuff too. That's good. Gives me a little bit of autonomy. I know they have golems. I've seen them. They're gigantic and they're very hard to kill. Oh, I took a hit now. Hey, who's such a back stuff? So the trick here is to kill these things. You get this stuff called Aether, and they help you build things. Pretty sure my colonist will repair the buildings as necessary, which is nice. Set up your defenses in a column, so that way they have convergent fire. Unfortunately, they're all coming in different directions. See, and the really cool thing is, like, the nighttime lasts a while, so it's like the fights take a long time. It's like you start to wonder, like, oh my god, am I gonna survive this? Oh my god. And I have to do it all by myself because I have no soldiers yet. I think there's a way to heal yourself. I forgot how to do it. Alright. Oh yeah, you just get near this thing. Yeah, it heals you. So obviously the more you level, the harder you hit. There's a golem down there. A giant fucker. So the trick to this is to bait this big guy. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. This heals me. Oh, didn't need that. light coming up. There, now they all leave for the day. Alright, now I need this gatherer to come here. Need these guys to do this. Take care of that. I need to build... Yeah, I need this. Okay, so you build a garrison so you can actually have soldiers. And I also need a farm of some sort. They build that. Probably another house too. Which I don't have enough materials for, I don't think. I don't know. I'm learning as I go. Oh, I gotta get these guys together. Let's get this done, gentlemen. I put everybody on this. There we go. Alright. Very cool. That's getting done. These give me stuff. Let's get use all these. So when you take apart a golem, you get all this stuff. Alright, do I have enough for another house? Yes, let's build another house. And I need... Let's turn a couple of these guys into soldiers. That guy into building that. Okay. Wait a minute. Now my builders have nothing to do, right? Yeah. Okay, so you become a farmer. You become a farmer. My battle rally point will be here. Okay, they all have jobs now. Oh, this guy actually would have made a better soldier. Put him there. Yeah, that makes sense. Now I got one builder and a bunch of other people. Alright. Do I have a gatherer? This guy can come get this. We all have free stuff. Yeah. Alright, I need another tower. What else can I build? Build an archery, garrison. Ooh, I don't have enough space. This is bad. This is bad. I guess I should have thought of this beforehand, huh? Alright. How do I get rid of this house?
Oh, I do.
Hello.
I told Darno to jump in. He said he might. He said he didn't want to step on anybody's toes. And You didn't know if it was cool, and I said, yeah, it's cool, man. Hey, it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, anybody can come in here. There, get rid of that house. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? We're gonna put the house over here. And put the archery thing there. There we go. Nice. Alright. Now I have soldiers and I have materials. I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? What is this? What is this? Where's
What
my
game are you playing?
gatherer? What is this shit? It's a game called Gods of the Fallen Land.
Gods of the Fallen
Doesn't that sound arrogant, right?
Land.
I don't know. It's a... Ooh, what is that? What is that? Oh, dude, no. No, no, you missed me with that shit. Nah. Oh, God, there's two. Ow, stop it. What does this do? Holy ground gives me heals. That lets me run like a bitch.
There's
Ow!
no fight holy ground.
Ow! What the hell?
This is like a... Watch out for the laser.
Oh yeah, dude, it's like super old school. Oh, you gotta die. You gonna die?
Giant turd looking thing with legs.
Look at this golem. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come get you some. Come get. Yeah. Yeah, you gonna get it now. Yup. Take this punk out. Yeah. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm all healed up. Now I'm gonna leave them for the base. So we got food. I need more population. What is this? Oh yeah, go build that! I have unwell soldiers. They're not well. Here, let me heal them.
Heal thy shield.
Now they're healthy. Works for me. Alright, let's go pick a fight with somebody else. What is this? What is this? Gatherer, come gather. Come do this. Whatever this is. $5. $5 on Steam. Figured I'd try it.
Oh, is that all it was?
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah. It's a thing to
Oh,
do.
I saw One Wick 3 last night. I bought it.
On
Actually.
Hoik.
There's gonna be a fourth one.
Of course there is.
If they don't, like, shoot themselves in the foot and make another Matrix first.
Nah, it doesn't matter. That's got nothing to do with it.
What I want, you already know what I want.
I want to know why the hell was he using nothing but a 9mm freaking rifle, Sig MPX, that final fight thing last night.
Because I'm
Because it
guessing
was
Sig
enough.
paid.
I was like,
Because it was enough. Alright, 3 settlers are approaching. What I need is another builder. Okay, you can be a builder too. I'm gonna need another soldier. Hold up. You're gonna be an archer. Yeah. You can be an archer too. There you go.
So is this the
I did
2019 version of 8-bit graphic games?
Indeed it is. You see, pixel art has had a very healthy renaissance.
Rejuvenation?
Yeah.
Reminds me very much of when I watch my kids play RuneScape.
Yeah. Same principle.
I mean, visually,
What's this guy doing?
how it looks.
What's this guy doing? Go do things.
Go do things.
Go do things. Alright, so now I got archers and soldiers. I need 2 people to repair, so I'm gonna leave that up like that. Eventually I gotta build walls and shit too. Oh no, they're coming from the south! Eventually they'll appear.
I'm surprised you didn't buy DCS.
That will come in time. I still have a Beretta on the way to feed, and I'm still wondering where the hell my... Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's on now. Yeah. On. There we go. So far, so good. Those soldiers hit harder than I do. That's crazy.
What's that blue thing that seems to be gassing to the surface?
That big thing, it's
Yeah.
some sort of stone. Every time you kill a bad guy, you get this stuff called Aether. And if you get enough of it, then you can unlock abilities or whatever.
Gotcha. I mean, and all of this stuff, whether people realize it or not, is directly built off of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's all the same idea.
Yeah.
I just saw
I mean,
something that said like how powerful Otis is. Like, where is he?
He's got the cloak of invisibility.
No.
Stealth suit.
That's fine too, because I've got like, you know, kegs of invincibility.
So, did you see what I tagged you in, Sean?
I can't check my phone right now for obvious reasons.
You'll like it.
Hey, why can't I pick this? Oh my god, what the hell is that? What the absolute hell is that? Oh, Jesus. Why? Why now? Oh my god. What is this? No.
You cannot run from the Matrix.
Man, I shouldn't even be seeing something this big yet. Oh my god. Come on.
They figured.
Holy crap. There, level up. Maybe I can hit harder.
Okay, how stupid is that big giant robot there? Is it another player's?
Nah, it's the single player thing.
Oh, okay. It's a,
Here already.
Thought you were doing too well.
I must have overbuilt soon.
what do you mean by overbuilt?
You can overdevelop too quickly. They already died. Like I'm good.
Can't even run.
These are also going to get killed. That thing shouldn't even be here. It's only the second day.
That robot thing?
Yeah, there's no way you can do that. Like the guy that I watched play this, you can't He went 3 days and that thing never came. Like, how are you supposed to survive that?
The destroyer of worlds.
Pretty much. Defeat. Weak. Where I probably screwed up is I built too many advanced things too soon. But then again, maybe they just did that on purpose. Jesus.
Could be totally random also.
Yeah. I mean, I've got it on random mode, difficulty normal, and they just threw something huge on me, early on or whatever.
Evil game.
Well, sounds like you need some test foils from Command and Conquer.
What I need to do is build more pylons. Man, that thing whooped my ass. Alright, let's try this again. I get 3 of these. So with these you can build up basic defenses. Like so. What I want to do is I want to build them in an array where they overlap. And then I need to build a gathering place. And house so I can get more settlers. That's probably a good idea.
Inner fire.
Well, what I don't want to do this time is build archers, because apparently that's just way too soon for that. Let's go ahead and dig this up too. Free stuff very quickly is a good idea. Man, they whoop my ass.
Man, my computer just automatically rebooted.
Maybe another guy to help lift this. We'll get it too. There, free stuff, yay! Yay, free stuff. Alright, let's go get this. Whatever the hell this is. So where you headed down? Oh, Patrick's driving. Never mind. You just got off of work.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch.
Rick's show was pretty good today.
Yep.
I saw what I'm going to call the second half of the show. Which, you tell me, you were there the whole time. Was the second half a little bit more informational, lively than the first half of the show?
Yup. Definitely say it was.
And I was fishing, and not one person nibbled at the Draper.
No, I saw that. I did notice that.
I didn't even notice you. You know?
Oh, I saw it. I was like,
Well, I threw the one comment out because someone said was making a stance about how Janky is absolutely worthy of your trust, and that's when I said, okay, I call bullshit. But here's why. You're just saying bullshit doesn't mean anything. You've got to be able to back it up. Why do you believe that to be true?
Yeah.
Or why do you believe that to be not true? Well, here's why. So I put it out there. Is somebody who does this, is that equal trust?
Boy, I hope I didn't just shoot myself in the foot with these. I already did this. 6. Ooh.
So somebody took down Yankee Marshall's Indiegogo.
Yes. Somebody from our own community.
Like gun channels community?
No. Somebody in the 2A community.
Gee, I
Well,
wonder
that's
who that
thousands
could
and
be.
thousands of people, though.
Yeah.
Somebody well known in the 2A community.
Hoonan.
No. There are theories, but they cannot be any. There's no provable speculation.
Well, I mean, theories are nice for what I'll call intellectual masturbation, but when talking seriously, they should not be brought up.
It cost 45.
And I only mean that because, you know, casting dispersions and without actual fact that this is a real thing, you know for a fact you have evidence and reason to say that it is person X, is a terrible thing to do, ethically and morally.
He's got a pretty good idea who it is.
What was the allegation that justified turning it off? Or is that not known?
It is, because Indiegogo does not support, apparently, the purchase of firearms for self-defense.
Okay, so somebody cleared and verified, look at this part of his video where he's saying this, that, and the other, is being a violation of your terms and service.
That's the claim.
Okay. I mean, but it's also a reason, good reason, you know, why to use other vehicles that are less trustworthy for that, especially if it's going to be a long-term thing, not just a short-term thing. Like send.
Using the money to buy guns this time. He's using the money to help G-Webs.
Which, I mean, if he was just doing a patch run, how the heck was he violating the terms?
I don't know.
If the profits are directly, I'm just speaking from the terms of if it's an anti-gun platform. If the profit of the is to be used to purchase guns, and I'm an anti-gun platform, that's it. Even if it's indirect, one off is not far enough off, I guess.
Yeah, but who are they to say, or who are they to tell you what you can and can't spend your money on selling?
Hey, that's the whole thing that Patreon's pulling on people too. If
you want to use,
they can do whatever they want.
If you want to use their service, they have the full rights. It's a capitalistic world. They're not saying you can't. You just can't do it and use our service.
According to Patreon, if they're paying to bankroll whatever projects you do, they have creative control over any social media that you build off of. So
but it's
they
your
say.
problem. It's your say you sell a patch for $5, $10. It costs you $5 to make it, $3 to make that patch, and you pocket the rest of the money, the profit. I mean, are they gonna tell you can't use it on your electric bill if they don't like the electric?
They'll just bend the rules to whatever they want.
Yeah. It's not a public utility, and until that changes or the law changes, that's the way it is.
But at that point, that's your money, not their money.
Right. You can still spend it how you want. You just can't use their platform.
But as I say, if you walk down to the gun shop, buy a gun, his cash, send it to somebody for the YM project, but he used the money he made off Indiegogo. I mean, that's not their money. If he's already paid Indiegogo, paid the people for the patch,
Right.
and it's his money in his bank,
Right.
what's wrong with that? I understand, that's his cash.
It's about future money. You cannot, in the future, from this moment forth, use our platform because of what you've done.
Well, that's bullshit, in my opinion.
Well, it's clearly an organization that does not support our basic rights. and I agree with you on it, that it's bullshit, but I'm saying that's capitalism, that's a private company. They have the right to do that.
At that point, the money he made is not their money. It's not their money.
The bigger point to be made here is yeah, sure, it's within their right to do that, but they should have done that from day one. They shouldn't have used you to build their platform in their phase, and then turn around and all of a sudden act like, social justice warriors after they've gotten all the audiences and all the people and all the community that you helped them build.
Oh, you mean like YouTube?
You really expect a corporation small, a corporation that starts small and then grows to a monolith? You have the expectation that they maintain honesty, really?
No, I'm speaking in hyperbole, by the way.
Right, but whether you apply it to General Motors or somebody else, I mean the same concept applies. We know, first of all, in general, people lie, and we know politicians lie all the time, and we know what I'm going to call corporate politicians or leaders of corporations lie as well to support their actual financial and personal interests all the time.
Yeah, look at the movie Wall Street.
When I'm
Yeah.
kissing babies, I'm stealing their lollipops.
Yep.
No, I was gonna go with the other one.
Well, yeah, but that new one was Shia LaBeouf. Michael Douglas was helping Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, okay, the original one. Greed is good.
Yeah, the original was good, but that's funny how in the second one, he's like, "Oh, I'm reformed. I'm a good guy. I'm not gonna fuck you over." He starts trying to.
Yeah.
He's
About
trying
that.
to get. Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, how he did that to me? I was his buddy." I just think it's wrong for them to tell him he can't do what he can and can't do with his own cash.
Well, once he has his cash, he can do as he damn well pleases.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If that's what he was doing, once he paid everybody and it's in his bank, how can they tell him no? We're not going to use it. That's what I'm saying, or maybe I'm misunderstanding. I guess he was saying he was using Indiegogo to raise money for buying the guns for people. I mean, I don't. But yeah, I guess they can have a problem with that. But once he's paid everybody, his cash.
That's where, and I'm not saying that this is a good option, but it is a option, is places that you don't have to wait for the money, so that once you have full control over it, versus it sitting in their hands until you reach a certain threshold, and then you have full control over it, i.e. like PayPal. Where once you have it, they can bitch about it, they can say you're not allowed here anymore, you violated the rules, but once you get the money, you get the money. Do with it as you damn well please.
I mean, if he wanted to go blow it off cocaine and hookers, let him do it. I don't care.
Hey,
Don't
It's
give
his
him any
cat.
ideas.
I mean, people do that all the time. It's like,
Yeah, and because it's up to the individual whether it's like, are you just trying to scam the public, or do you want this to be an ongoing thing? Because you could do a one and done and burn your subs and burn your supporters and get all sorts of, but then it's a one and done thing, versus if you want an ongoing thing, then you need to take into consideration that I can't just blow it on prostitutes and cocaine. I need to spend it on what I said I was going to spend it on.
right.
Well, apparently this is an ongoing thing with Indiegogo, because Patreon did it, and everybody was bitching about that. A bunch of the gun channels were posting about that last week.
And I have no doubt that these companies on the upper levels are talking to each other about these sorts of issues. Therefore, you see the coordinated efforts, i.e.
Exactly.
Alex Jones, and how quick. I'm not a supporter of him, but I'm just saying
Alex
how quickly
Jones
he
is a
was taken
goddamn
off the
patriot.
map.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I am after this whole Epstein shit. I am now after this Epstein stuff. That guy was freaking right. You might want to look into something, Dan. No, you might change your mind like I did. I thought he was a freaking big moon. and I've said that before, you know, and I'm like, no, that guy was right. He is a patriot.
Well, if I make 500 different predictions about the future, two of them turn out correctly, does that make me psychic? No.
Clairvoyant.
But it was the no, but it was the whole oh, what was it, the Grove Forest or whatever it is. What was it I was looking up on that he did?
But he was not the only person yelling about Epstein and problems in the upper levels of power and government. So I'm not gonna say, oh, he's got sole credit. Oh no, I heard many years ago from other independent, small, relatively speaking, small independent news, like one-person reporter type YouTube channels. Those same things.
I think that might have been a bad idea, but whatever. Let's just go with that.
But so many of the things he spoke about were true. It just because of his presentation manner, he alienated a certain portion of a potentially bigger audience.
Yeah.
That would have listened to what he said, had his presentation manner have a few of the rough edges curbed.
Well, you can't fault the guy for trying to be like General Patton. Give it to him loud and dirty.
Ooh, look at that. I got something else. What is this? Shaman.
I listened to him. I listened to Alex Jones and Steven Crowder interview. I watched it. I want to listen to it last week, and the guy was sane. He wasn't lying off the handle. Stuff in the water that turns the frogs gray. No, that type of stuff. And yeah, it was just like, hey, the guy was right. I looked into some of the stuff, and yeah, what he said was legit.
Well, he started out legit, and then he kind of went crazy.
Yeah.
Before he started doing all those vitamins.
Oh, is that what they're called?
No, he did go a little nutty with that crap.
Yeah. But like, if you look at like when Infowars first started out, a lot of the shit he was saying was right. Because he had whistleblowers coming to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had
It's
some
just-
legitimacy.
Method of presentation can have a major impact, even with good information, on turning away people from that good information, because you are so coarse and so caustic that they'll say, if it's true, I'll hear it from somebody else.
Something was pleased? Ew, that sounds gross.
That's what these people need to put the big boy pants on.
I made the rain stop. Oh, I need a settler to go in here. Got a lot of soldiers. Let's put you in here. Let's make you a priest. I guess.
Ordained priest.
Let's build another house. Oh, I don't have enough stuff. Damn it. I need more stuff. Go forth. Bring me stuff.
Don't we all?
Yeah, find me stuff.
What stuff? I'm in Cabela's.
There's gotta be bad
Stuff
guys
you
here
want.
somewhere. How close to dark are we? Because I could be digging this up right now. Getting some free stuff. I know it takes 6 to carry.
I had those stupid Winchester Wildcat 22s in. I would like to get one.
Why do I have 2 priests? What the hell? Oh god, it's fixing to be dark, isn't it? Y'all better carry that shit. more settlers. Yay! Yay! Alright, I need you. Ooh, save your soul. What the hell is this? You go be a priest, whatever that means. You go be a farmer. Jerk off. You go be a soldier. That'll probably work. Oh, you brought back whatever this is. What did I get? Give me the goodies. Alright. Yeah. There we go. Alright, I need more kablamo.
Goodie room? Are you going into the goodie room, Sean?
I'm building more kablamo. Probably should build one more house. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. No! Can I cancel that? No, because I already used the materials. Shit.
Son of a beach. They don't have.
Screw it. Build it. Make it so, number one. They're coming from the south and west. They're coming from the spot that I didn't build the wall.
Of course they are.
Shocker. Alright, we'll move the rally point over here. Let us meet our attackers on the field of battle. Yup. Is that an archer? You gotta die. Yup. Get some. Ouch.
Come on, get some.
What the hell was that? Holy crap, priests are badass!
You thought they were worthless?
Yeah, it just said that they healed. They didn't say that they brought down fire and brimstone. Awesome.
Well, it is kind of a, you know,
Kind of
biblical
their
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we kind of do that.
And the other thing, depending on how far the game goes into it, is miracle healing.
Freaking archers. Oh, great. Another one of those. A powerful foe is here. Also known as
Dun,
you're
dun,
about to
dun,
be
dun.
insane. Shoot. Oh, I died. No.
That was quick.
Oh, it don't take much when you suck. Look at this giant little fucker. Really? I just died again. Because I suck. Yeah.
Now, see, that is
Where's that big motherfucker? There. This is that. Yeah. That didn't do squat. Move, move, move now! Run! Oh god! Help me!
So I have a
Marty.
question when you're done.
Go ahead.
So, and you may not have any information on it, so I'm just curious because I was asked the question and was just given an answer that was basically my same question. Is who is the on GunTube?
I saw that too. Oh, I got him! Oh, I got that big bastard. There's an error on YouTube. You know what the craziest part of all this is?
What's that?
Oh my god, I did. All this. Oh, I died.
There it goes.
Nobody's died because I've died for them.
Yep.
You're the sacrificial lamb.
Such a benevolent God. What crazy skill is this? I wonder who the we are too. Oh, there we go. Lost one. Finally lost one.
Because I heard a reference the other night in return to our company motto.
I wonder where he learned that play on words from.
You know, it's like, you know, I very much get, you know, the nuances of the English language and the implication that it is more than just I.
I wonder where he learned that play on words from.
Well, it just, does he think that we're too stupid to call him out on it? It's like, if there is somebody, great, congratulations. Who is this person who's volunteering their time and effort and deserves attaboy? Or is it a lie?
You know. Maybe.
Don't dance around it.
It's marketing.
Lie.
Marketing.
That's what they do. They're educated liars.
Marketing.
Politician?
No, I'm not kissing babies. I'm stealing their lollipops.
And their souls.
There's
No, they sell their souls.
We have survived it. I don't know what we've done, but we've done something. What I would like to point out is that somebody said that there was no ability to live stream, which is why a certain show stopped being made. And yet, yesterday, right before I went to bed, somebody was posting live chat. What the hell just happened? Somebody died. Whatever. Give me a live guy. There. Can y'all pick that shit up yet? There you go. See that? Teamwork makes the dream work. Relic recovered. What did I get? Ooh, I got another one of these, which I could use right now. What the hell is that?
You're saying that way too often.
Oh my god, look how fast they died! Look how fast my guys died! What? What? I think this is one of those games where you're just not going to win.
Ever.
Ever. Holy crap! What?
Like that survival game.
What was that? What was that? I heard like church bells and all of a sudden like the wrath of Satan just landed on me.
That hermit crab thing.
I only lived 3 days. You know what? That one battle was worth $5. Jesus. This game is supposed to be like, okay, you suck. What happened here? Item catalog. Meh. Killed 378 creatures. We died in 3 days. This one we killed 506 creatures. And we were still scrub lords. Whatever. Gods of the Fallen Land. $5 on Steam. If you want it, go get it. Let's find another game to play. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering.
I've noticed YouTube last week has been buffering a lot.
Ah, okay. Fine Ape says that my game audio is way too loud. Thank you for telling me that. What's funny is it's not on my end. Like, my stream is super green right now. So I'm not really sure what's causing it. Yes. Let me think of what else I want to do. Let's check my Steam library. That game's tough. There's no pause, so you can't micromanage and then start the scenario again. Ooh, I can throw this at you. See, now it says excellent connection on YouTube, so I'm not really sure what the hell's going on with that. But it is what it is. Alright, let me change my game capture. And I will bring you from monsters and creatures into, hopefully, if it wants to play along. Huh, it should be on there. There we go. Alright, let me get this in here. Okay. And let me pull up my Discord. Where'd it go?
What are you trying to finagle?
There we go. I was trying to move the list down so they can see you. Alright, there. Boom. I took you from monsters and mythological crap to hopefully the Canadian outback. Oh yeah.
Way up north, near the Canadian border. Oh wait, wrong show.
So now I'm taking you into the world of the Long Dark, where I have played a survival sandbox version of this. Apparently I'm hurt too. So I forgot. I forgot the buttons. There we go. Am I hurt? I have a bear bite. Okay, so I need a bandage. There. And I need an antiseptic to stop the infection risk. This is a different game, obviously. Alright. Now, how's my condition? Good. A little thirsty, a little hungry. Otherwise, okay. Let's grab a bite to eat. And something to drink. If I remember right, the last time I played this game on stream, there's a bear outside. So I'm probably going to want to equip my rifle and fully load it. 303 Enfield.
Oh, did you see that Gun Jesus video he put up this morning?
Yes, I also saw what that rifle cost because I was going to buy it.
What was
I
the
was
video?
thinking, I'm like, Pwnery would want that.
I did want that until I saw what the estimate was for it.
How many thousand?
25 to 3,500.
Oh, that's not terrible.
No, that's ridiculous is what that is.
It could go for less.
Yeah, let's take a $300 martini rifle action and hook it up to a $350 short magazine Lee Enfield action and barrel, and we'll charge 10 times what it's worth.
Well, that's
I'm
just their
surprised you-
estimate. I mean, you never know what it's going to go for.
I'm surprised you said, you know what? I'm going to build that myself.
Bear? That is a bear.
Because you already know what it is.
I know that that's
How
a
hard-
bear.
How hard would it be to do that yourself?
You have to mate
Or-
a 303 barrel into a Martini Henry receiver.
Receiver.
That's not easy.
That sounds somewhat complicated. Because what the Martini Henry was.
I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now. Oh shit, the bear died. This must be something I shot already. Anyway, I missed out on a Martini Henry that was converted by Greener to 4570.
Ooh.
It had a really nice stock too. Yeah, I shot this one already.
I gotta grab a Martini Henry someday.
Yeah, I mean, there's a company that makes the, was it the 577 450? They make the brass and you can get the bullets. And the really crazy thing is you can hand load it, literally by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
online.
they still find those in Afghanistan.
Well, I
That's
know
where
it's
a
like
lot
they're-
of the, that's where a lot of the new ones came from.
That's like the
Nepalese armory or something like that. Oh shit, the fire went out.
Oh no, I'm talking about original British ones that Afghans are still using.
Well, yeah, those were the ones that they seized from Nepal.
No, these were given to the Afghanis way back in the day by the British. Because the British actually had set up a manufacturing facility in Afghanistan.
Kandahar.
Yeah,
It's too
I
windy
think
to
so.
start a fire. What? Fine.
too windy to start a fire.
Well,
It's
it was
plenty
in the
windy.
corner of a house. It's okay, I can just use one of these shacks.
You're gonna burn down the shack?
No. There's a stove.
I bet you the shack would make a nice fire.
Let's face it, who didn't the British give guns to at one point?
I don't think did they ever give guns to us?
Technically, yes.
I mean,
After we
Not
seized them.
willingly.
yeah, not willingly. Like,
Well, do you count the Confederacy?
they really wanted the Confederacy to win. They wanted the Confederacy to beat the Union. So, like,
They wanted the Confederacy to win because they wanted to go back to business as usual.
Yeah.
And that was screwing up their business deals.
Yeah, and the sad thing was they thought the Confederacy was actually going to hold good to that.
The British ever give any weapons to Germany?
Not willingly.
Yeah, I mean, again, not willingly.
Got a lot of beer to cook, don't I?
Pretty sure there was a few Churchill tanks rolling around with a iron cross on the side.
There's a few Shermans like that too.
Yep.
Yeah, T-34s as well.
Oh, I bet you old Neville Chamberlain gave German stuff.
How dare you speak ill of Mr.
Everything
Peace
else.
in our time?
With this piece of paper,
Surrounded by snow.
Signed by Herr Hitler,
Yeah.
who assures me that there will be peace in our time. What an
I was actually
idiot.
watching that earlier on TV.
What was that dude's name? The prime minister before Churchill?
Neville Chamberlain.
Chamberlain.
Neville
Yes. I mean, just his first name ought to tell you enough about this
Wait.
Sneasel.
I can
Weasel.
do th- I can do this properly.
Yeah.
With this piece of paper, Herr Hitler has promised us peace in our time. This is actually an AT&T bill.
Well, the funny thing is, somebody else with the same name had a very similar pacifist personality.
Wilt Chamberlain had a duty to please that booty 25,000 times.
No, I was talking about a certain Harry Potter movie character, actually, but
Meh.
because wasn't the meek kid named Neville?
Yes. That's because Neville, at least in today's world, is considered a kind of a weak name.
Maybe.
Oh God, Biker Bob is actually posting on Instagram.
Well, it's more like proof of life.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if it's proof for life or not, because all you see is a set of boots, a fishing rod, and the back end of a boat.
Oh, you know what I forgot
Momentary,
to do? Wow.
momentary,
Look how nasty it is out here.
momentary sobriety.
Says you.
Says me.
As I sit back and enjoy a tasty beverage.
Yes,
I'm-
I noticed that.
My bear
I was thinking about
is-
should I call him on that effect that he just did?
I'm on
You mean I
camera,
gotta-
actually.
You mean I gotta sit here and cancel my high point, damn it? Or high power?
You bought one?
No, but I want to.
Yeah, you
Every time I
did.
mention buying one, I keep getting told I'm not allowed to.
From who?
Everybody.
From Angelina. You're not allowed to buy one until Bob dies.
I've heard that from like multiple different people, though, including her, but multiple different people that have told me I'm not allowed to buy high power.
So says your virtual girlfriend.
Yo. Let me just clear the air. Fabrique Nationale is from Belgium. Biker Bob is from Canada. So, you don't need his permission. Just saying.
Well, I'm waiting for a good price to show up, and then maybe I'll grab one.
$500 was a good price.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
If
At
you
that
want the Turkish
point in
version.
time, I didn't have any money.
Okay.
My last 75 days has been a history of
Yeah.
being a little too impulsive, because I bought my 4506 and my 4006, and right after I paid for both of them, the high power was available for less than I paid for both of those.
Yeah.
And you
So I
would
was
have
like-
bought the high power.
I was like, I'll get it later. And then I turned around and I bought the Steyr, and what else did I get? The Enfield, and a K31 came up for $4.99.
I know you get one for about 500.
Man,
That's the problem. Is there's always like a good deal floating around.
then I turned
No, it's
around
when
and I
you
bought
buy
that
something,
Beretta.
you see something that you want more.
Well, then I turned around and I bought that Beretta 81. And funny enough, I got a message from Classic Firearms. And what did it say?
SMLE.
Oh God, no. It
That's mine
said,
said.
see what other people are saying about their Beretta 81. I want to say
Crap.
something about my Beretta. No, I want to say something about my Beretta 81. I want to say,
You don't want to get.
hey, when are you gonna ship mine?
So what you're saying is you don't want to get banned or muted.
I mean, I ordered it on Monday, the 19th. Today is Saturday, the 24th. It hasn't even left yet.
Yeah, no, that's kind of lame. Like,
I
Takes
mean,
them about a week.
no. I ordered my 5906. They shipped it the day after, and it got there in 2 days, and I had it when I wanted it. I ordered it on a Monday. I picked it up with delays on a Friday.
Question is, did you do a hand select or no?
On the 5906?
No, on the Beretta.
No.
So they should have shipped it right away then.
Well, I didn't do a hand select on the Tokarev, and they shipped that the day after.
yeah,
Maybe so many people
God, I
ordered
ordered
them backed up.
I don't know.
Every time something in a freaking week just start to send my order.
I don't know.
It's like every time I've ordered, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a magazine, it could be a gun, it could be something else. Oh, we're not gonna ship it for another 5.
I don't know.
I just want to say, the gun shop I bought from, they shipped it the same day they got the FFL, but they're now telling me it's going to take almost a week to get here, and it's supposed to be 2-day shipping. So I don't
Pistol,
know.
you better tell them to get off their butt.
It's in the U.S. Postal Service. The last thing, or not U.S. It's in, I guess FedEx or UPS, and that's the last thing I want to do is call them up and be like, "You're not getting my firearm here fast enough." And then they freak out and realize it's a gun, and of course the dipshit operator that doesn't understand gun laws because it's Pakistan or Zimbabwe or India.
Dumb fuckistan.
Yeah, pretty much. They like, oh my god, a firearm? We don't do that. And like the bomb squad attacks my package.
But I need it by Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Well,
I
actually,
just want mine by Friday so I can have it for shooting on Sunday. I think that's reasonable.
that's the problem. Is because like it's taking so long. I'm not sure when I'll be able to go get the damn thing. Because I work Tuesday.
I just wanted to take my Steyr and my Beretta out at the same time so I can get the fire or the shooting footage done. Apparently that's not going to happen.
Well, I want to take both 1911s out and maybe I'll go to the outdoor range and like akimbo.
Yeah,
What
right.
caliber is that Beretta 81?
32 ACP.
Okay.
Well,
I wanted a
That's not bad.
32 Beretta. I wasn't hot on the Tomcat. Then I noticed that this was the same frame as the Cheetah in 380, and I'm like, that's the one I want. I didn't even know it existed, and then all of a sudden there it was, and now I got one on the way.
well, once they mail it, anyways.
Someday. You know what's funny is they'll take your money that night.
Oh yeah, they will.
Oh yeah.
Typical, like they went to the school of Shenzhen, China business. Collect quickly, pay slowly, ship
Yep.
even slower.
Yeah, that's I know there's a lot of people doing that lately. I had that where remember the one shop when I needed the stripper clips for the one gun, and I bought them, paid for them. They took the money, right? Now this shop's like 4 hours from me, right? They're up in
This is
PA.
taking too
I'm like, oh,
long.
cool. I'll have them like damn near next day, which is good because that was the last component I needed. And like a week goes by, didn't get it. I call them up, and they're like, oh, well, we're running way behind in our orders. I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, how far behind? Like it hasn't even shipped. Oh, well, we're like 10 days behind. I'm like, oh, okay.
Boy, that's a peddling.
Yeah, I'm like thinking to myself, wow, 10 days behind. Like maybe hire some more people or like, jump on it a little bit, but okay. So I wait 10 days. I call them back. I'm like, yeah, still haven't received even a shipping notice. Like, what's the deal here, guys? Oh, well, you only counted 10 days. We only work Monday through Friday.
See, there's a nomenclature there
And
where
that's
they usually say
that's
10
when
business days, which is Monday through Friday.
I kind of
Yep.
lost it, and I politely was kind of like, I'll give the short version of I basically told them that maybe if they're 10 days behind on shipping out orders, I'm sorry, 10 business days, maybe they pick up a Saturday or a Sunday once in a while to catch up.
Nah.
Yeah, but the person you're talking to on the phone doesn't make that decision.
Yeah, I know.
They're
That,
just the poor
that's
sap who has to take your call. Which, even though I'm not that poor sap, I get those calls every day. Like, I'm not
yeah.
supposed to be taking those calls, but I get them every day.
Well, I was polite about it. But it was a smaller shop, like not super small, but like small enough to where it wasn't like they weren't like Brownells talking to customer service. I was
Yep.
talking to the department that packed everything, and I was just like, maybe you should put that on the website that um, it's going to be half a month before you get to an order that literally was $10 in stripper clips. But even
I
though
know
it was only
exactly
ten
which place
dollars,
you're talking about because I almost ordered those.
yeah,
What place is
Yeah.
that?
Sarco something. I'd have to Google it, but it's like Sarca something, Sarco.
Oh, it's a
They're up in
different
PA.
place.
Oh, well, yeah. Never again have I ordered from them, and I left a nasty ass review on the Yellow Pages thing. I'm like, neat little looking shop. Never been there, but from the pictures, it looks like they got a lot of badass stuff. But God help you if you got to order something online.
You yelped
Expect
them to death.
Well, I was honest, and a couple other people when I read the reviews, a couple other people said the same problem. Like that was an ongoing issue with them. It wasn't just like they had a big rush. It was an ongoing
But
thing.
that's how we maintain our low prices.
And the prices weren't that good. Not to mention their shipping. I called them out on the shipping. They charged me a decent price for the shipping, and I'm like, this whole package weighs like a pound or two, and you're charging me like because
I
it was the
thought the
cheapest I could.
place that we were looking at those was like Liberty Tree Collectors or something like that.
No, you're thinking of infield parts. I
Yeah,
was getting
for the
tire.
stripper clips.
No, no, no. I think I got them. Actually, I think I Amazon them through Munich.
Because Numeric and Liberty
Numerous.
Tree sell on Amazon.
Yeah, Numeric gun parts where I got my strip clips through Amazon,
Ah,
which is really nice. Like, it was awesome because I'm like, oh, so I get all the convenience of Numeric gun, or I get all the convenience of Amazon with the quality of Numeric gun parts. Fuck yeah! But no, I needed strip clips for the Sire Han, and everybody wanted to say like, I guess a pack of like 20 for a lot, and I'm like, well, I don't need 20. I need like 10 at most because I don't need that many. And it was cheap. It was the cheapest way I could acquire them because they were not an Amazon item. No, that was a train wreck. Because I literally had the super hard to find ammo, had everything else, had the gun, had all the knowledge of knowing how to shoot the gun. I just refused to go to the range with it in single load. Like even though it would work just fine, I'm like, damn it, I want to sit there and be a cool kid with a stripper clip.
So, Sean, did you see that auction I sent you?
I'm streaming. How am I gonna see anything?
Well, I saw you were on Instagram earlier.
Well, my phone is.
Oh. CDNN has a minty, like, perfect condition, probably never been shot. 4006 TSW.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that. The thing is, though, is like the one that I bought and probably the one you bought. For me,
Are not that bad.
yeah, they're good enough. And it's like now they're selling for what, $4.59 is to buy it now.
If you can find them.
No, that guy still has them.
No, I think he sold them all.
No, he's
I
got
bought
new
one,
listings
you bought
now.
one. Oh, he's got new ones. So
Just
he had more than what
found
he
them
said.
in my inventory.
Yeah.
No, no, I sell these 10 at a time, and I noticed that some jerk off from gun channels started telling everybody to buy them, so then all of a sudden I'm going to get this spike in
Yeah, the
demand,
price
so I'm
up.
going to raise my prices. So even though that guy got it for $3.79, you're going to pay $4.59 now. Not me, because guess who the guy was? Right here. This guy here. Now I'm really happy with the one I got. It was point of aim, point of impact, which is different than all the other third gen Smiths I have. And it's got a little bit of bright spots where the holster touched or whatever, but I'm fine with it. It worked. I'm happy with it. Shoots great. I got tons of ammo for it. I got 50 round boxes of speared gold dots for less than 50 round boxes of ball rounds anywhere else.
Wow.
Nice.
$17 for a 50 round box of speared gold dots. So I bought like all of them.
What caliber?
40. I bought 8 boxes the first time, 8 boxes the second time, and I'll probably buy 8 boxes after the first. Because why not?
Look at that.
Well, I mean, for somebody who's still, long-term thinking or into the 40, now is a good time to not only get used 40 caliber guns, but also, people that have overstocked on 40 thinking the police would be here forever in 40 caliber and now have thousands of, not rounds, but thousands of boxes of 40 cal. And don't want it to sit on the shelf.
Nope, I will gladly take it because those are all nickel-plated brass.
Speaking of cheap ammo, I think I might actually have to start going to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Well,
Nah.
fortunately for me, my local shop sells American Eagle 40 at $9.99 a box.
That's 20 or 50 round boxes though.
50 round for full metal jacket.
Mine are 50 round gold dot hollow points.
Oh, I don't need that many hollow points.
True enough. True enough, but I can buy it cheaper than I can buy full metal jackets. I mean, what you're getting is a good deal too.
Oh, I just picked up 200 rounds of 10 millimeter for $16 a box. 50.
Local?
Local.
That one deal I found you guys where the shipping was only like $20. That was a bargain.
I found one that shipping was free. Just spend more than like $100.
Yeah. It was like, I think it was what, $13 a box and then free shipping, or no, $13 a box and it was like $20 shipping for 10 boxes.
No, I found one that I showed the Slim that was like $10 for shipping, and then I'm just waiting till Labor Day.
There'll be a sale.
Yep.
Okay, Sean, I got a question about the world you're currently in.
Yeah. It's pretty,
give me
isn't
the. Well, you were in space before. Now you're on some humanoid type planet. What obviously the apocalypse has happened due to
I'm
the
in
train I
northern
just
Canada.
saw. Okay. But what's the parameters of this world that you're currently in?
Don't get killed.
Okay, is the technology? I'm assuming the technology is that of
Oh shit.
what?
What it is you were on a plane. You were on a plane and your plane crashed because of an anomaly during an aurora borealis.
Okay.
And the person that you flew with was your estranged wife. And she was supposed to fly to this northern outpost town to save people from something. And she disappeared. And you came to at the wreckage of your plane. And in the storyline mode, you're
Just need to close
trying to
my
find her.
eyes.
Okay, but it's no longer future technology.
No, this is just modern day.
Is that wolf killing you?
Oh, you're a little behind. He attacked me because I missed. My shot missed.
Oh.
Well, I found the 10mm magazines. I'm not paying $38.30 for them though. Thank you very much, Metgar.
Yeah, I had a hell of a time. I still have to put the order in, but I ended up finding what was it? Optics Planet had them for. I found places that had my mags for like 27, but wanted like 10 or more to ship, and I'm like, fuck that. So I found Optics Planet that if you spent more than if you spent over a certain amount, it was free shipping. And then they had a 5% off discount code at the time. And I'm waiting to see if a better one pops up. But they only have like 31 bucks on them. So when you tack on the free shipping and everything else, it's not a terrible price for those combat mags. But I'm waiting to see.
I did pick up a box of Jacket Hollow Points.
I was in my what?
In 10mm, but I paid a lot more for them than I did $16.
What 10 mil gun you got?
An EAA Witness Pro,
Oh, okay.
which is
How do you
sitting
like
right
it?
next to me. Honestly, it's got a better trigger than a factory CZ trigger. It's easy to stage. The double action.
See if I can get this
Probably-
wolf this time.
It's probably about an 8-pound, maybe 9-pound double action. So not terrible, but the single action on the thing is like maybe 3 pounds. It's got a light single action trigger in it. It's smooth.
I'm so tired.
Now I see why Russ Carr likes these.
But those new,
I
what
love
do they
them.
tend to run?
What do you mean?
Ask Russ. He's got one.
Oh, well, Russ
What are we
isn't here.
talking about?
He is here.
Oh,
Oh, Russ
new
is here.
price-wise?
Yeah.
New price-wise? I got mine from Sportsman's Guide for $5.50.
Wow.
What are we talking about here?
No, $5.69. My 10mm EAA Witness Pro.
Oh yeah, yeah, I fucking love them.
Where are those made?
Italy. They're Italian CZ clones.
If you get a new one, does it just come with one mag, 2 mags?
Mine only came with one, and that's the problem.
Metgar was not able to get you a second or third?
like I said, Metcar has them for $38.30, which I'm not going to pay because Sportsman's Guide
40
will
bucks
have them. Because Sportsman's Guide will have them in like a week for like 26.
Okay. But there are mags available, I guess, is
Yes.
Yeah, Metcar makes them.
other than having to go to the manufacturer and pay an extreme price.
Yeah, they're out there. Gun Mag Warehouse was sold out, unfortunately, already.
So, that sounds like, definitely one of the more inexpensive 10 millimeters that I've heard of.
Oh, that's almost $200 cheaper than even an SR 1911 10 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like
I don't know what it.
price.
Yeah,
And he got the all steel version. You can also get the polymer version, which is even cheaper.
yeah, no. 10
I
millimeter
got the
polymer,
compact.
no thanks.
Dude, I got the compact. I have the compact at 10 millimeter. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, but you're like half Viking.
You're twice my weight, too.
It's true.
Like when I first got my bear gun, people looked at me like, "Are you trying to kill yourself?" 40
I thought it
pounds
was
later,
some
they're like,
suicidal.
"Okay."
This thing actually isn't as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
Well, the nice part about the CZ style manufacturing is that nothing's too thick, so there's not a whole lot of weight.
Oh, it's still 44 ounces. Empty. It's not a light gun.
It's heavier than
Oh,
my
no, it's not light at
4006.
all.
It's also bigger than a 4006.
By how much?
Barrel length?
Yeah.
What, the 4006 like 4-inch?
I think so.
These are probably a 4-inch barrel, but definitely does not feel porky.
Definitely
The only thing I'm going to have to do is change the grips.
Are they
Because
wood?
these wood grips that come on it have no grip. I like aggressive grips.
Uh-oh.
And all I can say is, holy crap, that barrel is thick too. I just got to figure out what grips will fit this. I'm assuming CZ75 grips probably would. Because that's what this
I don't
thing's
know.
off
I've never
of.
tried changing mine, but I know a lot of the guys that have the elite competition guns use these. So
Yeah. I would think like Locke or Cool Hands or somebody, whoever makes G10 CZ75 grips would probably fit. Or I'll just email them and ask.
I looked at those grips that Yankee was asking people which ones he should get for his Walther mouthful. And
The one you beat him on?
Yeah. Well, I kind of like the one with the blue stripe down the back. Here's what's weird. I bought the Walther mouthful non-pro, and I made it a pro. He bought the Walther mouthful pro, and he de-pro'd it. He took the magwell off.
Well, in all fairness, Yankee has terrible taste.
He could have just ordered it without it and save $100.
Wait, do you mean in men or in guns?
In general. Because, did you see what he did to his Dan Wesson Bruin? Put those ugly ass white elk bone grips on it. He ruined that gun. Those grips are ugly as hell on that gun.
Are they? Are they really?
Yes.
Wait, the ones with the Prince symbol in them?
Well, after he had that done to him, yeah. That should have been a good giveaway right there.
There's a wolf following me somewhere. Where is that sneak up on a wolf.
No, I've got 3 of the mags already sitting in my cart at Sportsman's Guide. I'm just waiting for them to go in stock. And then buy. I should have at least 3 or 4 mags for this gun.
Got him.
I don't like the plastic floor plate on them, but so be it. And I'm just waiting for the. I know what my next project's going to be. I'm going to buy a 941 Jericho.
You know, you're not the first person to say that.
Well, after the picture I saw when somebody cloned it into Spike's gun, yes, I did see that and post it, and yes, I'm going to do that. Because they cloned it into Spike from Cowboy Bebop's gun. Because somebody out there makes those grips.
If I can
And
come
I
up with
want-
a scratch in time, I think I might buy that Beretta 92 Inox Ghost one state over, so I can turn it into a sword cutlass.
Oh, and
did you happen to hear if they were willing to ship to California or not?
Nope. She asked, but if
Right. Well,
doesn't
she asked
buy it,
on
I might.
Thursday. I just wonder if she got an answer yesterday.
Don't know. The race is on. Can I come up with the money for it, or is she gonna buy it?
Oh, there's only one of them?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Sean, that 4006 I sent you, you know where CDNN is based out of?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they're out of Abilene.
That's a long way from here.
Still in the same state. Granted, that state is like 4 or 5 normal state sizes.
Yeah, my state's the size of like half the countries in Africa.
You know, there's a phrase that comes to mind when I think of Texas, and the phrase is, counties matter.
Yeah.
Abilene's like 10 hours away from Sean.
Yeah.
So he drove to
Abilene is like
freaking...
Abilene is like 6, 7 hours away from me. I'm closer to
He drove to a certain gun show in one day and then back.
The same day. Now, I could get to Abilene in probably, realistically, 11 hours. 10 or 11 hours. Oh, there's a wolf somewhere. I can hear it. There it is.
Have you ever, just for shits and giggles, compared like some of the county sizes of the counties in Texas as compared to some of the sizes of the Northeast states?
Yeah, the county next to me, Harris County, is bigger than the state of Rhode Island.
Right, that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. I assume that to be true. It just I've never done the research myself.
I mean, just from Brownsville to Amarillo is 800 some odd miles.
I thought there was a fireplace thingy here. Maybe I can make it to the other place. We're gonna walk around in the dark. There's a wolf running around here because I can hear him running off. Oh, because I got no sleep the night before, I have to walk the long way. Not cool.
Yeah, if you like... This would be a good gun for you, Sean. You'd like this.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get one.
You ordered one already, didn't you?
Maybe.
Did the 4-pay program?
Maybe. I mean, we were gonna stop at 10, but it may have been
Turned
extended
into 11?
We may turn it into a baker's dozen before the end of the year. I've got life insurance policies on my Yorkies just in case the ATF want to come pay me a visit.
Yeah, the only drawback is they ship it with one mag.
No, the only drawback is I get my dogs killed. Fuck it.
That and the sights on it kind of suck. Well, not kind of suck.
Are they Novaks?
Well, it's a rear adjustable
LPA?
with a blacked out front.
Did it come with a sight adjustment tool?
Yes, I think it did.
Does it say LPA on it?
No, let me look here. Turn on the light and look.
It's kind of like a flat piece of steel cross-shaped thing. Black with
Yeah.
blue paint.
Yeah, it's LPA.
Oh, those are good sights.
And a little, tiny little Allen wrench.
Yeah, LPAs are great. Like, that's what I have to buy for my 3rd gen Smiths. The Performance Center Smiths come with them.
I don't mind the sight, it's just, I want a
Dot up front.
dot up front.
That's the cheaper of the two to have to replace. The rear sight for that gun is almost $90. The one you got.
No, the rear sight I like. I just don't like the front sight. I mean, in the near term, I'm just gonna freaking grab some nail polish and paint the front sight.
Yeah, that'll do.
Or I might order some of that paint on glow paint. Because I do prefer night sights.
If you're going to carry it, then front sight is by far the most important.
Oh shit! That thing ran like right up to me.
The wolf?
Yeah. Damn it! He spun me. There's the cabin. We're trying to walk in the dark right now. It's freaking not easy. In the dark, in the blizzard. Now I've got a Webley. The last major update for this game, they gave you a Webley.
Except you don't have a Webley.
No, I got one. I'm holding it. Right.
No.
Oh,
You
an
didn't get that one.
IRL, you bastard.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Because I don't
I
want
know
that
where there's one.
cheesy 38 garbage.
No, I know where there's a Mark 6. I'm just not willing to pay $2,200 for it.
That's insane.
Because it's stamped Royal Marines on it.
It's still insane.
Oh, it absolutely is insane. That's why I'm not freaking touching it. That's why it'll still be there in a year. Unless I get in good with the owner and work a deal.
The only way to get in good with the owner if it's a she is, you know, and if it's a he...
Get in.
Yeah, and if it's a he, then you're going to have to change your last name to Draper.
Technically, it's a husband and wife combo. So I'll change my name to Russ.
Alright, pot there. I walked all the way here because I knew there was a stove with 6 things on it.
Now I'll be going to my local shop tomorrow to see what holsters they have that will fit this.
Versacary large.
No, I want something better than that.
You want something better than leather.
Well,
I don't think such a thing exists. Ask Slim, he knows.
well, if I want that, I could see if it fits in my Tagua, which I already have because I bought it for simply
That's
one
done.
reason,
Come on.
so I can carry a gun while I'm on my motors.
I was gonna cram the Steyr in my Versacary holster, but I didn't want to stretch it a different shape, so I'm just going to have to order new ones.
Scott,
Yeah.
does your bike have a split gas tank? Like a Harley? Okay.
It's actually it's pretty well, but it sticks out below the bottom of it.
My PPQ does that. Or Q5, right?
And that
does that.
that could be a problem getting it out if it hangs up on the front sight.
What I really want to know is, where the hell is my bearskin bedroll?
Excuse me?
I have a bearskin bedroll in this game, but I left it behind somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. So I'm sleeping on my ghetto bedroll instead.
I'm sure the game has reabsorbed it and reanimated it back to a bear.
Oh no, they
Yeah.
leave it. They leave it wherever you left it, and you have to go find it.
You mean nobody can steal it from you?
No, you're the only one out here. Aside
Well,
from
I
the
mean,
lava.
a bot. That's a scavenge bot.
No. They don't do that. This is a single player game. Shit, I don't.
Well, I'm just saying with the scavenge bot, it would introduce a little bit more realism. Shit gets stolen.
They make this game way too hard already.
Gotcha.
Like, survival is pretty tough.
Futile.
I'm just pretty good at it, which is why I've survived this long.
It's their version of the Borg.
It took me more than a year to get where I can survive this.
Well, that's a stupid little trigger lock I can throw away. Don't ever
The
need
lock that came
that.
with the start was hilarious.
Not as funny as this one.
It's like a chastity belt lock.
This is a little piece of plastic that's fork shaped that you slide around. Well, you slide the trigger in the middle of it, and then you put a lock on it.
Huh.
Which, in theory, wouldn't be bad if it wasn't made out of polymer.
Oh, why am I wasting my fucking lantern, idiot?
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Why does the thing I'm cooking look like a piece of poo? Because it's a piece of bear meat. If I spin it, it doesn't. Well, it still looks like poo. It's just the way that they shaped it. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I should probably add more fuel to my fire before it goes out, huh? There we go. I forgot how to put my lantern away. H. There we go. Oh, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm almost out of bear meat to cook. But then I have wolf meat to cook! Oh, did you like that little dig I did about Patreon earlier? I would just like to point out, if you're watching this, there is no Patreon link anywhere on here. I got a lot of wolf meat to cook. So the trick is to pass the time instead of having to sit around for 44 minutes since my guy's exhausted, is you set the meat down in the pots and you go to sleep for an hour. And then you wake up, you take the meat off, you put new meat on, you take another nap. Eventually, you recover all your sleep deprivation and you get all the meat cooked. I'm done with the poo part after these last two pieces of bear, which I'll eat this one. There we go. Now I've got fresh wolf meat. Normally in this game you couldn't carry this much material. What I did was I got kind of bored with the game. So instead of having to like scavenge my materials where I'd have to go backtrack too much, I killed the carry weight so I can carry like 1,500 pounds of crap.
It's like magic.
It is magic. The magic of hacking. John, we're on Discord. You can join in just like you normally do.
Yeah, that's something that if you do this again, that over on gun channels, I just remind people, put a note, if you want to join in, go to the Discord link at the bottom, go to gun channels, just, oh, okay, because I read it, it wasn't clear.
No, I did it before,
to me.
In the stream before this. I was using the lobby chat template that I use, and it's got the instructions at the top right corner.
Okay, but due to resolution issues, I can't read your screen like that, not words.
Go full screen.
Okay, it's on a phone.
Oh, well, I can't help you.
Well, I'm just saying, I just don't want you to make the assumption that everybody can read what you can read.
It's at 1920 by 1080.
I understand that, but it's still a screen the size of the phone.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's not what I mean. I just mean like in your description, like of the chat, say, oh, just a little note for because some people are new and won't even know it.
Right.
Like, oh, where do I go if I jump in? Clearly, there's more than one person. Go on the left-hand side of gunchannels.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, look for the little Discord icon, click on that, and then go to voice.
Freaking John.
Oh, is he refusing to cooperate?
No, he says I don't need to scavenge for stuff if I just order through Amazon. In the game.
Yeah.
How much sleep do I need? I need a couple more hours.
Oh, you got to get up early tomorrow?
No, in the game.
Oh.
You try to make use of your day because the daylight hours are shorter than the nighttime hours in the Arctic Circle.
Do they usually make it mostly peaceful at night?
Oh, it gets pretty bad.
Okay. Because I can't imagine sitting there, watching the fire and watching yourself sleep is very entertaining as a gamer.
No, and you end up with this thing called cabin fever if you do it too long. So then what happens is you get no recovery from sleeping indoors. So what they do is the game forces you to go outside. Like I only came here so I can use that stove. I'm sure there's probably another one closer by. But there's a shortcut out of here too. I should at least carry my rifle.
You think?
Yeah, seeing as I ducked like 2 wolves and a bear on the way here.
Yeah.
And I know there's a bear down here where I'm about to go. This shortcut, there's a bear. There's usually a bear. In the game, what happens is there's all these different regions on the map, and if you kill the animal threat that's in that region, it'll be gone for a little while, but then they'll respawn it later.
Right.
So what you want to do is you go to your journal here, and then you can usually leave notes of what day you did what. So like right now I'm on day 328, which is actually Herculean at this point. There's the bear. He's right over there, walking away from me, I think. There's a cage.
Shoot him in the ass.
Well, the really bad thing is these bears actually take more than one shot to kill. Oh, or not. What the hell? That wasn't supposed to happen. That must have been a headshot. Nice. I don't even need the meat from this bear this time, because this just burns ours.
Does it allow you to trade with bots to get other things?
Oh no, you're a lone survivor out here.
Oh, okay. I mean, the animals are the bots.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if they had humanoid bots.
Nope. In the storyline mode, yes. In this mode, this is just what they call the sandbox survival mode. Very, very no. There's 2 wolves out there. I hear him. There's one.
Tongue feels like sandpaper.
I just heard one run away too. Oh, way over there. Oh, there's 3 of them. Yeah, it's time to be down.
They do tend to go in what's called packs.
That one's running at me. I don't know if you can kill him in one revolver shot. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll stand here and I'll line them up, so I don't have to re-aim. You can drop down a piece of meat as bait, and then what it'll do is it'll approach the bait very slowly and gives you a clean shot.
So, switching over to reality for a moment, what would you say was the actual distance, either in feet or yards, between you standing in the stream or on the shore or whatever, and the bear that charged you in Alaska? When you actually fired round 1?
Less than 50 yards.
Okay. Now, was he already charging at that distance?
No, he was stalking.
Okay.
In the water.
Yep. Just like slowly meandering his way straight towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The only reason I knew
Like,
he was
don't-
there was because there was no other sound. Like, everything got quiet.
Right. Yeah. Somehow nature knows when shit's about to go down.
All the birds did.
Yep.
Second shot was probably 30 yards. Third shot was probably less than 10 yards. And then it fell like 3 feet in front of me, and I'm just like, okay, let's have a seat.
Yeah. Were we able to tell if first or second shots hit?
I saw spatter.
I mean, but
It
did you not? Were you not able to keep the fur?
No, I gave it to the guy who slaughtered it for us.
Oh.
The guy who butchered it, he got the hide, the paws, and then one of the other butchers got the head, and between the two, they got about 2/3 of the meat. And then I took a third. And I ate almost all of it before I got home. And it was good.
There are 2 guys I follow that live in Alaska, both of whom hunt bear. One is Alaskan Ballistics, and the other one is called Chook's Outdoors. And the Chook guy who's been hunting bears, I guess he grew up in Homer, so he's been hunting for bears all his life, and amongst other things as well. But said that there's basically 2 types of bears when it comes to taste of meat. There's springtime grass bears, or berry bears, and then there's end of season fishy bears, because they're eating dead fish and their meat smells like dead fish.
Their meat smells like yak, whatever they eat.
Yeah.
You can marinate a lot of it out. You can spice a lot.
Oh
of it
yeah.
out, but yeah, you can tell.
But
Mine
at
was,
some point, it's like, are you eating bear because of the way it tastes, or are you using it as filler?
Mine was getting ready for hibernation bear, so it was very fatty. Like it put on
Yeah.
weight. It was probably eating.
Nothing but salmon.
Well, it was eating fish, and it was probably eating sea lions.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad.
Oh.
I've eaten worse.
How far either to the coast or inland were you?
I was in a river on an island, so it was like a couple of miles, maybe at the most.
Okay, so it was a coastal bear.
We were about 10 miles into the reserve, more or less.
Right. I say coastal only because, you know, the range that it's required to have a bear and maintain health means it has to have access at least to the water's edge, if not in the water a little bit, as well as deep into the forest.
Well, they say Kodiaks live on the mainland of the state too. It's just I've never seen one, but I've never looked for one either. I didn't look for the one I shot at.
And this Chute guy said that there is a DNA difference between the two.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They're
They
brown
are
bears,
genetically distinct.
but they're a strain of brown bear that's been left alone genetically for centuries.
Right.
They haven't crossbred with like Siberian bears that were from the land bridge. They haven't crossbred with brown and black bears that have lived in North America for the last couple hundred years or 1,000 years. They've been sort of isolated on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And because they get the benefit of the Pacific current where it doesn't get quite as cold, they've got a lot to eat.
And a lot more time of the year to grow.
Yeah, when you say Alaska, people don't think of, well, it only gets down into the 20s. But because it's an island off the southern coast, off of the Ring of Fire, you know, where the Pacific current vortex works, it's a lot like how you explain why England doesn't get that cold and why it gets as warm as it does, because they get the Gulf current from the Gulf of Mexico, the United States, or not the Atlantic coast.
Right. Do you happen to know what I call it a panhandle, but what that strip of Alaska that goes just straight down the Atlantic coast and cuts off, I don't know, several hundred miles at least, if not more, of Canada from having coastal access?
You mean where the capital is?
You're gonna make me grow out a map because I want to say no.
Juneau's on it. I call it the
I'm gonna
Panhandle
pull up.
too.
I mean, because it looks like, you know, if you were to grab it, you could pick up the whole state. But I didn't think that Juneau was on the peninsula. It might be near the peninsula, but not on it.
I think it's on it.
Yeah,
The
it's on
northern
it.
part of it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what Alaska map shows.
Texas could fit in Alaska almost 2.5 times. Someone else said 3, but I can't verify it.
Yeah. Oh, it's. I mean, unless you look at a map that has the correct sizes for everything, it's massive.
Yeah, if you put it over the United States, it takes up more than a third of it.
Yep.
It's probably close to the same size as like the Louisiana Purchase.
Uh-huh.
Or damn near close.
I'm gonna get to this train car, and that's where I'll save it for this one, because this game is monotonous. It's slow, and at the point where I'm at, where you're just trying to survive to see how long you can survive,
Yo.
Yep.
You are correct. Juno is on what I'm referring to as the panhandle.
Yeah.
So let it not be said that I do not self-correct when presented with reason and logic.
Ah, yeah, I remember an audio clip that someone took that actually said, "Let it not be said that I don't make mistakes, but Night Strike is correct."
Wow.
You said that.
Yes, I forget what it was on, but yeah.
He plays it often.
So, I think I cracked the code for Sheet 10.
Huh?
Outdoor limited, $13.95 for seller and install at S&B,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Shipping, $13.
How many boxes?
5.
I got 10 boxes for like 19 bucks.
Well, okay.
Not a 10mm.
No, for 10 millimeter. Remember when when you guys were looking for it, and I was like, let me add 10 boxes real quick, and I came out to like 19 bucks, and you were like, oh, that's a good deal.
Well, I could get a case of 1,000, basically same price.
20
like
boxes.
Yeah, I could get 20 boxes, and it's still only like 20 bucks to ship.
It's not bad.
But I don't got 300 bucks right now to. I mean, I do, but I can't spend $1,000 on 10 mil right now. Or not
300.
300.
You don't even have 5.
Oh,
You're right,
my.
Dan. No, I don't have 5.
I got 5 on it. There's
I think
the train
that
car.
I think those 1,000 rounds of 10 millimeter would do a lot more for the Second Amendment than $5 ever will.
John asked me how clear is the game on my end. I'm playing it in windowed mode on a 47-inch screen, so it's pretty clear. For you, you might need to go full screen when you watch, and then it makes a lot more sense. But I set this up so it takes up a good portion of the screen. Anyway, we have made it to here. The poacher's camp.
Yeah,
This is where
I
I
was on
put
Lucky
this down.
Gunners. Bastards ain't got nothing.
We'll start
But-
a fire. Ooh, I get a 100% chance to get this right without having to waste a match. Let's do that.
I'm thinking that's what I gotta go with. You said S&B brass is good, right?
Yeah, it's thick.
So yeah, Seller and Bellet, yeah, they have good brass.
Well, I don't want to get 1,000 rounds because, in theory, if I'm getting good and I like it, well, I want to go right to Starline brass and start loading the full power shit.
You can just load the stuff you're buying. If you get S&B, it's thick enough. It's reloadable 4 or 5 times. S&B or Starline. The only Starline brass I've ever cracked was 454 Casul, and that was after like the 5th loading. But rightfully so, right? I mean, it's
Well, yeah,
65,000 psi.
Yeah, it's no cakewalk.
All right, so that is the end of that for today. Let me find something else to play.
The sad thing is I should I think I'm gonna put in this order, and then maybe if once I get into it, maybe I do buy 1,000 rounds, because I mean, my local shop went $30 a box, some laser crap, and
There's a bit much.
yeah, it is a bit much, but I'll pay $13 a box. That's I was in Dick's today for the first time in a while, and well, apparently they'll match any online retailer ammo price as long as it's in stock. So basically, you go find some place that like has dirt cheap ammo but gouges you on shipping, and you match the price. Everybody's like, I wouldn't buy from Dick's. I'm like, you don't understand. They're not making any money off me. Like,
I wonder if I can swap this to my other lobby chat format.
maybe.
Let me try it. Because I need to take a break for a second and go make something to eat.